So there's Grand Theft Auto. Daniel's car frame is going to get stolen. Daniel's car frame is going to get stolen, but this is who Michael Gonzalez is. He doesn't care if people go around stealing cars. He doesn't give a shit if cows come and destroy your property. He doesn't give a shit if Zyn sells water illegally to Pickrell and Kenny Capin. He doesn't care if Kenny Capin and Robert Pickrell does drive-by shootings on me and bothers my dogs late at night and gives me no peace of mind. Soto Cruz says that Zyn isn't supposed to sell water illegally, but Soto Cruz is okay with Troy Zyn committing crimes. That's his buddy. He's not going to arrest Troy Zyn for committing crimes. My only mistake was moving to Costilla County. That was my only mistake. And reading the laws and paying for my permits. Because once you talk to those assholes, I went to Soto Cruz to tell him that my dog was murdered, and he immediately just found out who killed my dog and started sucking that guy's dick. Soto Cruz, metaphorically speaking, has been sucking Robert Pickrell's dick the whole time. He can't arrest Robert Pickrell. He can't arrest Kenny Capin. He can't do it. He's too fucking scared. They committed crimes. They deserve to be arrested, but he's a punk-ass, bitch. He'd rather arrest the good man who reported the crime to him, who drove all the way to San Luis to report the crime, who wrote up 5 pages. That's what he would rather do. Fuck over Anne Frank. Fuck over J.C. Dugard. Fuck over Frederick Douglass. You know what I don't do? Have my cows on your property destroying a bunch of fucking property. You know what I don't do? Go around stealing your fucking cars. You know what I don't do? Kill your goddamn dog. Silver truck stalker. Look at all these crimes. These are fucking felonies. Motherfucking felonies. Crime number 33 is a silver truck stalker. He's driving east and then he drives west. Oh, nothing to see there. It's right there on fucking tape. You got the guy's truck. You got the guy's face. But Michael Gonzalez is a dumb motherfucking piece of shit. If a cop doesn't arrest a person, Michael Gonzalez doesn't see a crime. Christopher Mondragon hasn't been arrested. So Christopher Mondragon isn't going to get talked down to. Michael Gonzalez isn't going to be a shithead to Christopher Mondragon. He hasn't been arrested. The crime is getting arrested. Christopher Mondragon went to Cornell Law. And since he went to Cornell Law, he didn't stick around. He committed the crime, and now he's, in Timbuktu or wherever the hell he is. He went to Cornell Law. Michael Gonzalez is on the side of criminals. He's on the side of criminals, and it's fucking bullshit. Jacqueline Mitchell, she tries to murder my dogs about a dozen fucking times. She's tried to kidnap Arrow one time, but Nick and Noah are okay with Jacqueline Mitchell trying to run over people's dogs and kidnap dogs. They're fine and dandy with that type of shit. That's who Michael Gonzalez is. You move to Costilla County, we murder your puppy, and if you don't like it, well then why don't you just go move somewhere else? Why don't you just go to Oregon or something, huh? So Jacqueline Mitchell, she drives up and down up my fucking revving her engine, going back and forth, just goddamn causing the biggest fucking scene. She's trying to provoke my dogs to get them out to the road to either A, run them over, or B, kidnap them. What she wasn't going to do, say hello, be nice, be neighborly. And people might say, how do you know that's her car, huh? How do you know that's her car? It's in her fucking name. She drives all the time. But I got videotape of her by the car. So, how do you ignore that? How do you ignore that somebody drove real slow all the fucking way around to try to murder the dog? How do you ignore somebody clicking a gun on the side of the SUV? How do you ignore it? It's on videotape. There's a guy clicking his gun on the side of the SUV, a white SUV, drives up, is staring at me like, hey, look at this gun, I'm going to do something, then backs all the way up because he was so far away. He's like, God, does he even see that I'm threatening him? Oh, I see it. I'm videotaping it. Then there's some BS ruse. 2 fucking guys parks in front of my house and then pretends to look at the property in front of my house. Now you're a bitch-ass piece of shit, you fucking bitches. How many fucking goddamn tests do I have to fucking pass? Now I'm gonna go out there next time. Who the fuck are you pieces of shit? Now you give me a bad answer, I'm arresting you motherfuckers. You guys are... Michael Gonzalez is fine with crime. If you show Michael Gonzalez evidence of all the crime in the world, he's just gonna suck the criminal dick. He's been sucking Robert Pickrell's dick the entire time I've been here. They all have. Is that a good dick to lick? You love licking that dick, metaphorically speaking, but he committed a crime. That means he should go to jail, right? Dispositional hearing, preliminary hearing. Remember all that dumb shit they fucking pretend to believe in, but they don't? Their fucking buddy, Gallegos or whatever, killed that one fucking guy. He didn't even get charged. They don't believe in fairness. They don't believe in fairness. If a cop arrested him and they didn't know him, then they'd fuck that guy's over. But it's like, well, we know this guy. He works in the courthouse. He was a clerk. So clerks can murder people. Cops can murder people. They believe in ex parte. So 50,000 people in the San Luis Valley don't get any police protection. If the cops come up to you and say, fuck your life, Michael Gonzalez just doesn't know what to do about that. Ann Kelly, they're a bunch of Wizard of Oz motherfuckers. You show them the evidence and it's true, they're a bunch of fascist bitches and all they give a shit about is whatever the cops do. If the cops arrest you, they know 100% that guy is guilty. No, the cops kidnapped him. That's how I know he's guilty, because the cops kidnapped him. Why would they kidnap him if he... That's so stupid. That's an appeal to authority. That's a logical fallacy. These motherfuckers don't have a fucking... Michael Gonzalez is a dumb motherfucking piece of shit with a little dick. He's got a tiny little dick, so he can't go and confront the criminal motherfuckers. He can only confront the good, honest man who paid for his permits and reported the crimes. That's the only person he can fuck over. The guy that got his dog murdered for no fucking reason. And he's tried so much stupid shit. Entrapment after entrapment, talking down to me, trying to get me to contempt him, but he's the one being contemptuous as fuck. He never cared about the truth. He never cared about going after the criminals. He's just trying to fuck me over, put a stamp of criminality or insanity on me, and then ignore that all those crimes happened. Nah, fuck you. You show me you're fair and you go arrest one or two of these motherfuckers. If you don't arrest any of these bastards, get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of here. You don't care about righteousness, peace, love, justice. You got no virtues. You're a fascist bitch criminal. You're the one that you like to kill people's puppies. Michael Gonzalez, what a bitch-ass piece of shit. You like to kill people's puppies? What a bitch. What a shitty bitch. You know what I've never done to fucking Gonzalez? I never drove over his fucking puppies. I never did any drive-by shootings on him. Gold SUV gets stuck in the snow. Oh yeah, he was driving up my house and being a harassing stupid bitch. The same gold black SUV, suspicious ones coming over here. Did a little stop and go and you got stuck in the fucking mud, didn't you, you stupid bitch? Motherfuckers want to fuck with people and then wonder why you got stuck in the fucking mud. He was harassing me. Soto Cruz will never arrest the criminals. He's not a cop. He's not here to protect and serve. My dog was murdered because my dog protected and served. They're criminal motherfuckers and they love crime. URL 40. Okay, so you got this white cab, black, flatbed, terrorist, criminal fuck. A lot of this stuff, I know what's going on, but there's other things. There's 3 shots from Paiute Road. Kenny Capon shot at me twice, but there's also Robert Pickerel, and then there's James Bax. So I have to fucking see 3 shots, 6 shots, 3 more shots, 9 shots, Noah shot, 10 shots, that's 19 shots, high-powered rifle, black SUV. I got a blurry license plate on that, but I sent fucking Keith Schultz a goddamn email to, here's a license plate. What the fuck is this license plate coming back to? The fucking Mesito biodiesel plant? So you got Nazis in the biodiesel plant. You got Nazis. Why? I'll tell you why. Michael Gonzalez and Clark Quintana and Ann Kelly are Nazi pieces of shit. At the very end, she's saying he's calling us bacteria. You guys were raping kids for 5 fucking years. That's the bacteria. You were doing poaching and you're doing serial killing. You're killing people all over the fucking place. Don't you know that crime is wrong? You don't get to go around hurting people. They don't have any idea about this. So when Christopher Mondragon killed Kenny John, well, he's fucking genius. He didn't go to the fucking planning and zoning. He didn't give planning and zoning his information. Colin Romero wasn't a bitch to him. Fucking dickhead. Oh, you're a lawful person, huh? Well, we gotta fuck you over. You can't see my goodness, motherfucker? You had all that problem with the goddamn right-wing sovereigns and I'm doing it the right way? And you're being a dick to me? Is Colin Romero gonna be a dick? Is Susie Lucero gonna be a dick to Christopher Mondragon? He didn't fuck up and do it lawfully. He went to Cornell University. He's got Cornell law. I bet Ann Kelly is probably advising Christopher Mondragon. No, Christopher Mondragon, lay low and you resist and don't ever goddamn cooperate with the police. Because if you cooperate with the police, well then fucking Quintana would be a stupid bitch. Quintana tries to use her pussy power to get Harrelson all horned up. all horned up and Twitter-pated. Harrelson is a piece of shit. He's never protected and served me, and he never will protect and serve me. Harrelson's a bitch-ass piece of shit. Every time I walk in, that stupid, ugly motherfucker is acting like he wants to put his hands on me. Because I was respectful? Because I paid for my permits and I talked to the police and called the police and reported the crimes? What the fuck is the matter with you dumb motherfuckers? None of this seems, let's see, felony menace and a drive-by shooting came back at night. Phil Greeny got his license plate. Phil Greeny did drive-by shooting 13 shots. And that bitch is pretending that he's not stalking me 100 fucking times. He shot 13 shots because they're trying to get me to shoot a gun that I don't have. I had to give up my fucking weapons, and I did so voluntarily, but they're like, no, we know John. He's up to some other shit. All I was doing was homesteading, you stupid bitch, and you kept fucking with me. And then you kept fucking with me, and then eventually you just made up shit. You didn't have any reason to kill my dog. You had no reason whatsoever to do these drive-by shootings. At all. Except for I'm a progressive, I vote, and I'm not a fucking Nazi. I'm not a bitch-ass Nazi, so why would Quintana and motherfucking Gonzalez and Ann Kelly cover they're Nazis. They're fascist fucking pieces of shit. So they hear about the crimes and they suck the criminals' dicks. And then I was arrested, so they're going to act like that's an appeal to authority. It's a logical fallacy. That's not evidence. That's not evidence. So if I go and kidnap Soto Cruz for official misconduct, he's guilty of official misconduct. And I have a right to make a citizen's arrest. So I arrest him and I throw him into a pen. I take $5,000 out of his pocket. I get 4 other guys, me and him, me and the 4 other guys with AK-47s. We go to Soto Cruz's house. First, we murdered his dog. We did some drive-bys and a bunch of crimes. Then we arrest him. And then we steal $5,000 from him. Soto Cruz is a bitch-ass piece of shit. He stole $5,000 from me. He didn't do any police work whatsoever. He could just apologize. He could just say, hey, you know how Jacqueline Mitchell committed all those crimes and we just dismissed it right off the bat? You could at least give me 1/100th of the power that Jacqueline Mitchell has. Jacqueline Mitchell goes right up to Ann Kelly's face, lies to her, says, oh, no, I didn't commit crimes. Actually, he's doing it to me. And I don't know what to do. No, that bitch-ass criminal motherfucker, after my dog was killed, she was like so happy about it. Oh, you don't know who killed my dog? Why the fuck are you trying to kill my other dog, motherfucker? Fuck you. They drove in your fucking thing. You know who did it. You're a lying bitch-ass piece of shit. And so does fucking Noble Haven. He knows who did it too. Crime 36, arson, Zelensky. Jeep City. Fucking shit, you motherfuckers. So I got a Jeep that's sitting there flashing his lights at 2 a.m. And then he builds a big old tent city right fucking there. But Soto Cruz is too fucking smart. Well, he's not smart. He never goes out there. That's what he said in that article. The only reason he even arrested the McDonald's was because the McDonald's was protesting the government. He didn't give a shit that them kids are getting raped for 5 years. Why did those kids get raped for 5 years? Who was the chief judge then? Michael Gonzalez. Do you think he apologizes for letting them kids get raped for 5 fucking years? He's not going to apologize. He don't give a shit. He just wants the power. He don't want the responsibility. You was a piece of shit and you let those kids get raped for 5 years. So did Troy Zinn. So did Phil Greeny. So did Hiram Richardson and Nick Villela. Jacqueline Mitchell was friends with the McDonald's the whole time. You never saw any of the abuse? He went to jail 40 years. You never saw anything out of the ordinary. Not a single fucking... You were best fucking friends selling them water. Hanging out with them all the fucking time. Never saw any fucking crimes, but Mr. Goodman here, Mr. Professional fucking Progressive. Mr. Progressive man who votes over here with the green gate. I got his license plate. I got lots of license plates, but they don't give a shit. They're not telling me anything. They don't know how to search license plate into their system. Whatever system they got, only they get to fucking see the shit. Nobody else knows what the fuck is going on. Get a license plate? Why would I get a license plate, you piece of shit? That doesn't do me any good. I gotta fucking follow this guy and take a picture of his license plate. And then I gotta talk to Keith Schultz so he can shove a thumb up his ass because he's a lazy punk ass bitch. Zelensky got his house arson. There's a dozen arsons in a fucking 3-mile radius. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. Nick Villela, their houses are right next to him. Sarge got his house burnt down. You had The house right next to Hiram Richardson, you got John Krim's house. Good people are going to Costilla County trying to build a life, trying to build a little homestead. And the Nazis, the right-wing sovereigns, which I didn't know they was all over the fucking place. I looked at Bruce Doucette, I looked at Vince Edwards, and they don't own property there. Not yet. Not yet. But Troy Zinn is going to keep bringing them Nazi right-wing sovereigns back in. I just went to go get my mail the 8th of June. I went to go get my mail the 8th of June, and there was that fucking URL 40. White cab, black flatbed, terrorist, criminal fuck. This is Little Xanax X. What the hell? Little Xanax X. He's kind of like the big fucking mystery question. Who the fuck is this bitch? He's got a white cab truck, a black flatbed truck. When I was sitting there filming John Krim's arson, he was driving right around there. Like he just set the fucking fire. He was there friends with the McDonald's. He was hanging out with Daniel. He was over at Daniel and Xanax McDonald's house. The first 6 months I was there, that house was still standing. And that motherfucker, URL number 40. That's all I got. His white cab, black flatbed truck. Looks like he's got some sort of gas or some kind of hosing in the back of it. Last time I went out there, he did felony menacing. They're still fucking with me. And I have to endure all this shit while I'm going to court, while I'm living my life. I haven't got to live my life the entire 4 years I've been here. And you rat bastard fucks, you act like you never felt like you were cornered at school, at work, at the house. You never felt alone and afraid of a bunch of oppressors. The French Revolution says that we have a right to resist oppression. Let's see, what is that, number 1 or 2? Yeah, the second rights of man is we have a right to liberty, property, security, and resistance to oppression. Yeah, you can't oppress me. You can't make me into a bitch-ass slave and do your fucking tobacco and then ruin my fucking life and then pretend you didn't do any of that shit. You don't get to do that. I get to resist your bullshit oppression, you lazy bitch. Go do your own fucking goddamn dishes, you lazy bitches. So France has a Bill of Rights and cows shit, they eat my straw bales, but that's okay. That's who these people are. They do crimes. They sell water illegally. They kill people's puppies. They do drive-by shootings. Phil Greeny had a contempt of court out for his arrest. But Ann Kelly lies. She lies on behalf of Phil Greeny, saying that he wasn't needed for the foundation. He was needed for the foundation. There's 4 eyewitnesses and a material witness. There's also a photograph. You think that bitch gave a shit about any of the evidence? No, that bitch is trying to cover the evidence up and cover the truth up in order to force down your all's fucking throats that I'm Jeffrey Dahmer. She's going to come after my name, come after my reputation. Eva Miller was a witness, and she suggested that the only reason she was there to suck my dick. She's 60 years old. She's 20 years my elder. There's 2 beds. I wish I had enough money for another day of a hotel, but I spent $130 for the subpoenas. You think Michael Gonzalez gives a shit about stealing? I paid $130 for the sheriff to pass out the subpoenas, and Kelly covered that shit up. So, how do I get my $130 back? These bitches are thieving motherfuckers, and they keep stealing my life and stealing my money. They don't give a shit if I have a peace of mind. I've had at least 100 to 200 crimes that happened against me, and I got it on videotape. You could have just dismissed it and let me walk the fuck away, but you're trying to push. What are you trying to push for, motherfucker? You've been oppressing me for 41 years. I don't have a house to live in, motherfucker. Goddamn, if you're trying to stumble me, make me stumble and fall, I don't have a house, so I've never had a house. So you guys are winning. You are winning. You're not giving me a chance whatsoever. And Phil Greeny had a contempt of court. Right, a warrant out for his arrest, and he didn't show up. That's $50,000 bail bond, right? That's a $50,000 warrant for his arrest. El Soto Cruz sucks Phil Greeny's dick. Michael Gonzalez sucks Phil Greeny's dick. So does Ann Kelly, metaphorically speaking. They committed crimes against me. They're ignoring the accusations. They're not taking the accusations to the fullest extent of the law. If they're saying, oh, you're just trying to get out of the fucking thing, these accusations were made beforehand, and it's on videotape. And I'm not lying. The crimes that fucking happened to me when I was going through is happening. They were up here driving all around the fucking hill one day, making sure I don't go to fucking court. I don't go to court, get a warrant. Now they get to steal all my shit. What the fuck? You never heard the golden rule? They worship the devil. Robert Pickrell worships the devil. That's why Quintana sucks his dick. The reason why Michael Gonzalez sucks Robert Pickerel's dick is because they worship evil. They worship the devil. They're okay with kids being raped for 5 years. They're okay with serial killers killing 1, 2, 3, 4. Arroyo, Miss Arroyo, Karina, what did she say? The Valley was going to kill her. Did you hear her? Did you listen to her? You ignored her, didn't you? Just like you ignored those kids when they were getting green beans shoved up their asses. For 5 years you ignored them. And then what? Threw the dad away and act like you did something? You destroyed? Where'd they go? Where did the kids go? They got better lives? I don't fucking think so. You should have got rid of the parents and let them keep the property. But now they're stuck in the system and they got some fucking step fucking parents who's probably abusing them just as much. Phil Greeny gets to stalk me. He gets to commit 50 to 100 crimes. What does he want? He wants to shove green beans up my kids' asses. He wants to shove green beans up my dog's asses. He's an evil piece of shit, and he gets off to fucking evil. He loves fucking evil. Fucking shit does he love evil. He gets off to evil. He's a sadistic pervert. So why didn't Phil Greeny give a shit about those kids getting raped? Who knows what these motherfuckers were engaged in? Valela said that he heard Xana say that he liked to watch his daughter go pee. And you didn't think there was something off about that? No red flag. Shut the fuck up. You saw red flag after red flag and you didn't care because you're a bunch of oppressor, molester, fascist bastard, nosochomo motherfuckers. John Krim, what did he do? Hey, Quintana, why did you all burn John Krim's house down? There's 12 arsons in a 3-mile radius. Why did you burn John Krim's house down? Noah took shots at me. 7 in the morning. Oh, hey, have you seen my dog? Yeah, I haven't, motherfucker. Are you just making shit up so you can come rape my fucking... Yeah, I got family over, Noah. He's binocularing my fucking family, perverted bitch. Motherfucker sucks Troy Zinn's dick. Troy Zinn told Noah, you better buy my water, Noah, you stupid bitch. And he sucks that dick like a motherfucker. He doesn't care about breaking the laws. Okay, Mr. Troy Zinn, I'll buy your water, Mr. Troy Zinn. Sucks that dick like a motherfucker. Drives him by my house. I think... So, Noah Spalding, they hear about my dog getting murdered and they keep inviting the Nazi motherfuckers to drive around my fucking house. They don't care. They're criminal bitch-ass pieces of shit. They went out there to abuse kids, to be racist motherfuckers, and to not pay for their planning and zoning. They're right-wing, sovereign, Nazi motherfuckers. You don't vote, it's either the ballot or the bullet. If you're not even voting, they're mad at me because I said, do you vote? Noah sells fucking dirt weed. He's a fucking lying bitch-ass piece of shit. Talks like, hey, da-da-da-da-da. I gave a fuck about him, whether he was warm or not. He didn't give a shit about me. He started treating me like a punk-ass... I was kind to them. That was my mistake. My mistake was moving to Costilla County and being neighborly. Treating others the way I want to be treated. My mistake was adhering to the golden rule. I'm thinking if I'm kind and neighborly to you, you'll be kind and neighborly back to me. But no, boy, you fucking turned that one on its head, didn't you? So if you're against neighborly people, okay, I won't be fucking neighborly, Noah. Fucking shit. Now your feelings are hurt. You was a punk ass bitch the whole time. You didn't even fucking try stalking truck drivers driving on my private road behind my property. Yeah, right here in Conejos County. So when they're sitting there stalking, oh no, we're just on the public road. No, they're not. They're driving on my private road. Just like when they killed Tecumseh, they drove into my driveway. There's a white truck. It was a red truck with a green fender. And there's only 5 or 10 people out there. So the fact that nobody said anything. Nobody said, I got a videotape of the fat fucking guy's face driving around my house. He's looking for puppies and kittens and children to rape. These nosochomo, right-wing fascist bastards, oppressor molesters. It sucks that they're doing this shit to me, but it sucks even more when I tell the fucking people that's in charge who could do something about it, and they put their thumbs up their asses. How much evidence do I need? How much fucking crime has to happen before a cop fucking does his job? Why don't cops have a fucking conscience? Why don't cops give a shit? You don't give a shit? You can't empathize? You don't understand solidarity? I'd be so much better of a cop than these motherfuckers. And Colorado has an opportunity with civilian arrest, with citizens arrest. You want to empower your citizens. You want ordinary people to be able to stand up to these criminal motherfuckers. If these motherfuckers think they got the freedom and the power to go around criminalizing people, we need stronger peasants, stronger people. We need the people in the houses that's not committing crimes to do their best to stop this shit. Am I the only one that's against crime in the San Luis Valley? I think so. I'm the only one that's against crime in the San Luis Valley. I'm the only one. I was like, give it to a San Luis jury. They'll hear me out. I'm speaking English. You guys are just psychotic pieces of shit. You'll hear about a cop raping the fuck out of somebody and then just shrug your shoulders. Meanwhile, that same cop ignored crime after crime after crime. He's not being fair. Who gives a shit? That's just happened in the poor ghetto areas, right? You got a nice gated community. You don't have to deal with this dumb shit. Phil Greeny's threatening to murder my dogs, threatening to burn down my house. He's driving a road scraper, so his shit. People are like, well, you think that dump truck was... Yes, I do. So we know it's tied to the biodiesel plant. We know it's tied... He was working for the biodiesel plant. So that bitch gets a job. Phil Greeny gets to be a road scraper, driving a big road scraper, and then he tries to jackknife me. He tried to jackknife me. Now, the witness is a piece of shit, child abusing, racist piece of shit. So they're all sucking Phil Greeny's dick. They're all, Noah sucks Phil Greeny's dick. Noah sucks Troy Zinn's dick like a motherfucker. He has to fucking suck Troy Zinn's dick. He's got to put money in Troy Zinn's pocket. Give him a little reach around. Lick his asshole. That's who Noah Spalding is. He's a Nazi, racist, stupid-ass anti-planning and zoning, anti-government, lazy, criminal, child-abusing piece of shit. Which, you're against child abuse? Yeah, I am. Very much so, motherfucker. Well, we like to hit. You like to hit your kids. Especially on their butts. I know. You love to shove green beans up kids' asses. I know. I was so happy going there because it was like, dang, I'm a new person or whatever, but you had all that shit, and I'm the opposite. Fuck a child abusing motherfucker. Fuck a racist motherfucker. Fuck a criminal motherfucker. We need civil society. We need a civil society. He's trying to elevate our society. He's trying to elevate what we do around here. He's trying to make us better. And you don't want to be better, right? And so when I sit there and wonder how they're going to treat my wife and kids, Noah's going to fucking rape my wife. Everything they're doing to me, they're going to do to my wife and kids even fucking worse. You want to shove green beans up my wife's ass? You want to do drive-by shootings, kill her fucking puppy? You're a bunch of rapists, oppressor, molester pieces of shit. It sucks that I have to be a victim, but it's even worse when I tell people that are supposed to be good and they don't hear a fucking word. Yeah, these fucking YouTubers, these motherfucking... Nobody gives a shit. Nobody in America gives a shit. And that's important to know. That's important to understand. There is some guy who's in Louisville, Kentucky, but he had said a bunch of suicidal shit on Twitter for like 3 years. 400 Twitter messages basically saying he's depressed and he's about to jump off a bridge. And guess what? He jumped off a bridge. Twitter is there for everybody. Nobody heard this guy. Nobody heard anything. And if they did hear them, if the fucking Nazi child abusers that they don't care. They'll hear that Michael Patton beat you up and then suck Michael Patton's dick. The people that abused me as a kid, they suck Michael Patton's dick still today. All they got is hatred in their hearts. They don't think good thoughts. They treated me like a scapegoat, shoved green beans metaphorically up my ass, but they would shove green beans on the plate and then force me to fucking eat it 2-3 hours later while they're laughing at the fucking TV and then make me do dishes right after the fucking thing. That's a worse punishment. You can't get a worse punishment than that. Those people were supposed to love me. If they could actually do that to Phil Greeny, but they won't. They will never do that to Phil Greeny. They like to fucking fuck over their kids, rape their own kids, shove green beans up their own kids' asses, and when their own kids get beat up, they act like they don't even fucking know. Oh, I just want to keep manipulating you. I'll pretend like this didn't happen. But see, if you allowed one crime like that to happen, Michael Patton attacked me, and you didn't say shit, you have no business raising children. You got no business raising children. You're going to let your children go to school and get beat up and then you ain't going to say shit or do shit about it? What a bunch of sick motherfuckers you are. You're so goddamn gung-ho about oppression and violence. So, the road scraper is trying to murder my fucking family. Noah's trying to murder my fucking family. Binocular in my family. Ed steals the thousands of gallons of waters every fucking day. Nobody resists him. That's the white supremacist, Ed Brewster. Now the white supremacist, loves to say the N-word. Nick Vilela loves to say the N-word. They love it. They absolutely love it. And you think any of these bastards who they acted like they didn't give a shit about racism, yet Ed Brewster gets to be the racist and Nick Vilela gets to be a big old racist? And those are just the ones that I know for a fact. I presume a bunch of those motherfuckers are racist. You're Nazis. You're right-wing sovereign Nazis. When McDonald got arrested by the Brown folks, by the Brown Costilla County Sheriff's Department, he goes, "Get your hands off me, you Iraqis!" Was that trauma? Was that a shell shock? I thought I was back over in Iraq again, man. There's a drive-by shooting from Paiute Trail. I don't know who did that. 10, 20, 30 fucking shots. You'd think eventually somebody would hear. And then I fired a couple warning shots, and they're acting like that's the crime of the fucking century. Christopher Mondragon murdered Kenny John, but he didn't call the police. And when the cops came, he doesn't go and talk to the cops. He didn't pay for any planning and zoning permits. He's smart. He went to Cornell University. He's got a degree in Cornell law. Christopher Mondragon never went to Susie Lucero. That bitch would just fucking shit on him. Here's $2,000 to do it the right way. No, he's a criminal fuck. So he don't get the disrespect of the fucking police and the planning and zoning because he never talked to them. When you engage with those bitches, they just want to treat you like shit. Oh, you're paying this, so then we better fucking oppress you so you keep on paying, motherfucker. I'm doing it, motherfucker. Why wouldn't you be fucking happy that you got good people that's paying for their permits on their own? Why wouldn't you be happy about that? They don't go around catching anybody, so the only people that get fucked over are the ones that are honest. They fuck over honest people. Christopher Mondragon never paid any planning and zoning permits because he went to Cornell University. I bet you Ann Kelly she's got to be advising him. I mean, how else is Christopher Mondragon? You're going to sit there and say that shooting a couple warning shots is bad. Christopher Mondragon murdered a person. Is Ann Kelly going to go arrest him? Is Michael Gonzalez going to go arrest him? They're going to wait for a cop to go arrest him. What if they never arrest him? You'll never talk to him like he's a piece of shit. You'll never steal $5,000 from him. There's a yellow Penske truck that was stalking me. I was a prisoner in my own home. I drove to the Antonito, motherfuckers tailgating me. Motherfuckers trying to give me, Pickrell's trying to get me to go to the church. Hey, just meet me at the church, man. I'm over here. I'm stuck at the church. I went straight to the church. He wasn't there. Hey, I'm here. Where are you at, man? Oh, just wait there. Wait there. Now I'm going to go back to the house. But this motherfucker is watching when I come and when I go. And then when I went to Horoso, a yellow Penske truck was driving out to my house. I got the mail and I'm turned back around and I'm right behind the motherfucker. Oh, you thought I was going to be out of my house for longer than just the 15 minutes, right? Gotcha, motherfucker. Gotcha, motherfucker. When I called for the witnesses to come down here, we caught them. We caught them. They committed a crime. Can you imagine how many crimes are happening the one day you came down and a crime happened? Ed steals thousands of... He's a white supremacist, so Soto Cruz isn't going to say shit to the white supremacist child abusers who don't pay for planning and zoning. He's okay with those criminal motherfuckers. They never introduced himself. They never asked him to be a police officer. He likes that. He likes that. He likes just having a badge and making everybody scared, but he doesn't like stopping crime, and he doesn't care if there's a presence of justice anywhere. The reason why the Nazi government is covering up for the Nazi fucking criminals, because they can't see them or they're birds of a feather. They're in the same fucking club. Right-wing sovereign says that Michael Gonzalez has no fucking power. Ann Kelly, you're an agent of the state. According to the right-wing sovereigns, this is all America. There's no Colorado. There's no Oregon. There's no Texas. So there's no district attorney. There's no fucking judge, and there's no goddamn sheriff. There's no cops. It's only America. It's just the feds. It's just the FBI and the ATF. It's just America. They misinterpret the Constitution, saying that there's no mechanism for them to form a state government. There is a mechanism to form. God, this is only crime 20, so I'm only halfway through this. We'll come back. But 7 attempted assassinations. Yeah, and Malcolm X tried to firebomb his own house, right? Yeah, right. He tried to kill his own daughters and shit. Shut the fuck up. They firebombed his house, and then 2 months later, he got killed, or 1 week later or something. And then the perjury. They all lie. They're a bunch of lying piles of shit. And Kelly lied. I can understand you have to pursue the accusation to the fullest extent of the law. But you guys have been assholes my whole fucking life, so when I talked to her, I could tell that she was a dumb, fascist bitch who didn't give a shit about other people. Now we're just going straight to a jury trial. They dicked me around trying to get me a lawyer and this and that. And then they try to get me to testify. If they ask you to do anything, it's to fuck you over. Michael Gonzalez is a lying piece of shit. If the cops kidnap you, they're going to do everything that they can beyond the law. They'll go past the law. They'll make up shit. They'll lie. They'll say that the bacteria is the people. McDonald's raped them kids for 5 fucking years. So when she made a closing saying that the bacteria, she protected them. She provided them cover. She says, see, he's saying you're bacteria. No, I'm not. I'm saying the criminals that were doing the crimes beforehand and the criminals that did the crimes when I was out there for 2 years, that's the bacteria. I can't fucking live my life because you guys are criminal dumb fucks that don't know right from wrong. You're a bunch of criminal dumb fucks that can't look at the evidence and make a conclusion. It's not right. But they're not right. Bunch of fucking Nazi fucks. Does Quintana even read the law? Does fucking Gonzalez even read the law? They're like, I went to the college, so I know the thing. I went to college too, motherfucker. And if anything, I have to read the law because I have to know the thing. They don't have to know it. They could just say, I'm in a position of authority. I know everything. Are you reading the laws and learning them? Because Danny Sanchez isn't doing that. He's not learning any of the new laws that's being passed. He told me that there is no posse comitatus. No, you could deputize me. You could hire me. You could deputize me. There is posse comitatus. There's a posse comitatus when the sheriff calls for it, and that's important because if there's a KKK posse out there on their own, then that means Danny Sanchez is breaking the law. He knows that there's a KKK posse that's out there. They can't have an independent posse. That's KKK shit. That's the reason why they wrote Article 2, Section 13 up the way that they did. You have a right to bear arms in defense of home, person, and property, or when you aid the civil authority. So if he's out there and he calls for the people, then you're the posse. You're not just a posse driving around because that's KKK shit. So to pretend that nobody knows nothing. No, I got videotape. They know the fat-faced fucking motherfucker driving around my house. They could probably feign ignorance on some of the other stuff. But what they definitely didn't do, they didn't investigate, they didn't follow up, and they definitely didn't pursue every accusation to the fullest extent of the law. They didn't do that at all. If anything, they're a bunch of egotistical pieces of shit. And they said, what happened? And then shrugged their fucking shoulders and shoved a thumb up their asses. That's the best I could say is that Danny Sanchez is lazy. But I wonder if, like, God, were you even worried? Old John is being fucked with out there. He never went out there one time. They didn't arrest anybody. They didn't do any investigations. Why are they such lazy piles of shit? You're getting paid all that money. You got the authority of the state. Why don't you go do your fucking jobs? And if you're not going to do your jobs, you're going to let me do it? Oh, you're not going to let me do the job either. Okay, revolution. Fuck you. Fuck you. I have to sit there and let Phil Greeny rape me for the rest of my life? I'm not going to do that. Michael Gonzalez, you want Phil Greeny to rape me for the rest of my life? Fuck you, you piece of shit. Why the fuck would you be on the side of criminals the way you are so dedicated? He's a dedicated dumbass or a dedicated criminal. He's probably a criminal fuck. There's no telling how many innocent people Quintana and Gonzalez has fucked over. And when Christopher Mondragon, let's assume he does get arrested, I want to see Quintana be a bitch to him. I want to see Quintana be a bitch to him. I want to see Gonzalez talk to him like he's a piece of shit. Try to get him to contempt himself. Add some charges on top of him. I mean, he murdered a fucking person, right? So that's a person you should be shitty to. But they don't have a case whatsoever. They went ahead and took the accusation of a fucking known liar, a proven liar, a person who perjured himself. That big rig Nazi perjured himself. Jacqueline Mitchell perjured himself. Even Victor Hummel. Oh, you don't remember 1 week when you went out there with Schultz? You don't remember 1 week prior? Fuck you. I said I smelled a Caucasian. And then when I tried to say, jail reform, I'm talking about jail reform, about how we should treat each other better, Victor Hummel was like, no, I'm a fascist and I like to rape people in jail. Oh, I know you rapist motherfuckers. I know exactly who you motherfuckers are. I was just walking to the store in Louisville and some cops jumped me and then I went to jail and I got raped. I know exactly who your oppressor molesters are. The Nazi government can't see the Nazi criminals. And they are Nazis. They got fucking Mein Kampf and Diary of Anne Frank. Schultz perjured himself. Hunter perjured himself. The big rig Nazi that started the whole fucking thing perjured himself. And Jacqueline Mitchell perjured herself. But since they're a bunch of criminal fucks, they're going to take the lies and then ignore the truth. There's 4 eyewitnesses. Why didn't Michael Gonzalez bring in any of the eyewitnesses? Why didn't Ann Kelly? There's a photograph. There's material witnesses. Why wouldn't you bring all the material witnesses? When you have a dispute between person A and person B, each witness that you bring into the equation adds something to the overall. You can't decide if there's person A and person B and it's just one word versus the other person's word. You have to have witnesses. How the fuck can you even decide one way or the other? Well, the cop did kidnap that one. The cop kidnapping the person. The cops threw Anne Frank in jail. They're thin blue line motherfuckers over there. So when the cops commit crimes, if a cop was to kill your puppy, if a cop was to... All right, we'll get back to that.